Good morning, Hillman Cancer Center. Happy Wednesday to you. Welcome to Cooking for Cancer and Chronic Disease. My name is Danielle Petrina. I'm the project manager, and this is Angela Zaccanini, our registered dietitian who focuses on lifestyle nutrition. Thanks for being with us today. We are not cooking up, we're like blending up.
Yep.
A peanut butter smoothie for you today, and I'm very excited because Ange she shopped for a few different protein packages.
Yes.
So we can talk a little bit about protein powder, what to look for, what not to look for, maybe what tastes good, what doesn't taste good. I don't know about you, if you've ever make the smoothie with terrible protein powder and you're like,
I know.
It can really change the game, right?
Definitely.
So,
absolutely.
Go ahead, Ange, kick us off.
Okay. So this particular recipe, of course, when it comes to smoothies, you can tailor it to however you want. Add different ingredients, omit different ingredients, but this one is from a couple cooks. It's their best peanut butter smoothie, and it's only 3 ingredients. So you can see those ingredients here. We have unsweetened almond milk, peanut butter, and bananas. And like Danielle mentioned, we do have some different protein powders, which we actually get samples here at the Hillman Cancer Center from different retail providers and reps. So we have some Nestle products, we have some Abbott products, and then a couple other ones that we'll talk about too. But let's first get started on the milk or the liquid. So almond milk is, I guess, the preferred if you're trying to go more plant-based.
Yeah.
And it is also very low in calories. 1 cup of almond milk is only 40 calories.
And the sugar content.
And it's super low in carbohydrates, only 2 grams of carbohydrates. And the downfall to almond milk is the protein. It's only 1 gram of protein.
Okay.
So this, when people say, oh, I switched to a plant-based milk, they don't realize that, going from cow's milk to a plant-based milk like almond, you're losing almost all of that protein content. So 1 cup of cow's based milk is 8 grams of protein.
Wow.
And compared to your 1 gram of unsweetened almond milk. Another thing about almond milk is a lot of people like the sweetened version.
Yeah.
Right? So then you are getting that higher sugar content. So keep that in mind when you're choosing your plant-based milks. There's actually a really great milk called Ripple. The brand
we've talked
Ripple.
about this before, yeah.
It is a pea-based protein.
It's a what?
Pea.
Yeah,
pea-based protein.
PEA. All right, I was like, what?
And it is about, I believe, 7 grams of protein per serving. So you're getting that higher calorie and higher protein content, almost comparable to cow's milk. So that's one thing, because I know protein is a big concern for our patients. 3/4 cup?
Yeah, I put in 1 3/4. Lovely here. So look at that, smooth.
Oh, look at her.
Yeah. I was
Okay.
like, wait a second, I'm getting close to the 2 here. Woo. Anyways.
Okay, so this particular recipe, I pulled it because I wanted the nutrition facts. So this particular recipe makes 2 servings, and it has 9.7 grams of protein per serving.
Okay.
280 calories per serving. So that's a thing with smoothies. They can be very high calorie, or they can be pretty low calorie, and then you feel hungry afterwards. So depending on when you're consuming your smoothie, if it's a treat, sometimes people like it as like a pre-workout. Some people like it post-workout, because then you're getting your carbs, your protein, your fat.
I'm a post-workout person for that.
Yeah, I am too, because smoothies before workout, that's too much liquid for me.
And if you're jumping or doing anything like that, or just, I don't know, you hit a downward dog, you're like, ugh,
I know, right? Yeah. So, depending on when you prefer, they are very popular pre-post workout.
I need to go back to the milk for a second.
Sure.
Okay, so one thing that I notice with just cow's milk is it's higher in sugar. Even organic stuff like that, is that okay? Is that not okay? Where is the sugar coming from?
So it's a natural sugar.
Okay.
However, 1 serving of cow's based milk is 15 grams of carbohydrates. So that's total carbohydrates, not added sugar.
Okay.
Now, if you are someone that has diabetes or you're counting your carbohydrates, that's 1 carb serving. So it actually fits in your meal-based plan. You need a consistent amount of carbohydrates. So to be honest, it's 1 serving. It's not anything more.
Okay.
And it has protein.
So is that whole milk? Is that 2%, 1%? What are we talking?
Great question.
Yeah.
Across the board.
Okay. Oh, so the
Yep.
carbohydrates don't change. So it's just the fat content
Exactly.
that changes
so
in the milk. Okay.
whole milk is 3.5 to 4% milk fat compared to skim, which is 0.
Okay.
And then you have that 1%, 2%. So that's
Gotcha.
where those numbers are coming
Okay.
in. But yes, so the fat is across the board changing depending on what level of whole 2%, 1% skim you're purchasing, but the protein and the carbohydrate content, so the sugar and the protein are all staying the same.
Okay. Very interesting.
Yeah, that's a
so
good
why
question.
would somebody want to stick with whole milk? Like if you're trying to obviously gain weight. And there's fat content. It
Or
doesn't-
taste.
Yeah.
Some people prefer the taste.
I've never tasted it.
Whole milk.
Yeah.
Really? It is thick, it's creamy, but similar for cheese, like cottage cheese, regular like shredded cheese. You see on packages of cheese, it'll say 4% milk fat,
Yeah.
or skim, or 1% milk fat. That is the fat content. You know, they're doing a lower option. I prefer, when it comes to cottage cheese, full fat, whole milk.
I agree with that. Yes, because like, oh, that low fat, you're just like,
It's terrible. It doesn't
put-
even taste the same. It's awful.
I put salt and pepper on my cottage
Me
cheese.
too.
Oh, it's so good.
Pepper, not salt.
Come on, who are you? I thought we were
And you
friends.
know-
I thought we were soul sisters.
We are sodium lovers, but
You're like,
you know.
you're like, it's too far. Actually, I think I'm gonna start bringing that.
Yeah, cottage cheese is a good nutrient-dense snack.
Okay.
A lot of patients in the oncology population are fearful of dairy.
Okay.
Because they heard it's inflammatory. However, there's many good things to dairy. I do recommend purchasing high-quality dairy,
Okay.
meaning organic, or not the cage, or what is it?
Cage- free range,
cage
yeah.
free. There's like a million marketing
know.
terms. I can't even keep up.
I mean, the good thing is like Aldi carries that type of stuff
Absolutely.
now. So like this
Absolutely.
is not something that's like just at Whole Foods or just at the Market District. And
Yep.
you can get a very decent price, and the expiration lasts longer.
I know.
Oh, it's great. I know,
Wonder.
right?
I'm like, yeah.
Somebody
your
was
milk
honest.
can last till like Christmas. And I'm like, this isn't right. Something's going on.
I know.
Yeah. So okay.
That's great. Sorry.
No.
Thank you for that about the milk though, because I've
Yeah.
always kind of like wondered that. You know.
Mm-hmm. Good. Okay.
Your brain's great, Ange.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So okay. Literally 3 ingredients for this recipe. So we're going to add 3 tablespoons of peanut butter to our Vitamix. I'm always intimidated when it comes out. I did really well
mean-
last time, so
Now you just jinxed it, right? Do you need an? Oh, you have a knife. Yeah, girl.
it's way more than a tablespoon. Can you do this for me?
I'm like, yeah, girl. Get it.
Do you want me to get a
Oh, we got this.
Okay.
Who needs to dirty more dishes, right, everybody?
So while Dee's doing that, I'm going to talk a little bit about the protein powders.
Okay.
Okay. So these protein powders, like I said, are samples of what we've been giving here at the Hillman Cancer Center to give to patients to see, you know, what they prefer. Most of these are unflavored. So we have one called Beneprotein. This is a Nestle product. Each one of these packets contains 6 grams of protein. So that's 18 grams per 3 serve. That's perfect.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry.
That's okay.
How about I switch you places?
Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
So also the
I was like,
she's
wait, and
telling
I
me to
need a
switch it.
paper
I'm like,
towel.
okay.
Get my steps in.
And each one of these packets is 25 calories. So in addition to the protein, you are getting some calories. You're going to get 75 calories in addition to, you know, your 280 per serving for this.
Yeah.
So it is pretty nutrient dense. It can be filling, and that's what we want. And I know, again, whether you're utilizing protein to build muscle mass, you know, enhance performance in your workouts, or just trying to, you know, put on weight, these are all good choices to add to a smoothie or even oatmeal. A lot of these, not even oatmeal, but maybe your cottage cheese or some sort of soft food, applesauce even, or eggs, you can add these protein powders to. So
Whatever.
let's
don't
just
try.
watch Danielle for a little while and laugh. No.
Okay, first of
messing
all,
with
I would
you.
never do this at home, but like I always say, every now and then you got to do a check-in on what you think a tablespoon is. You know, because I would have put that first one you did.
I was just gonna say.
I get 3 of those.
That's why I wanted to get a recipe to actually
so
have
right.
the measurements, because this is something we totally don't do.
No, I agree.
And because of this very reason. Like, it's ridiculous.
I mean,
but we could have measured ahead of time, and you could have missed this, but this is real.
Right.
This is exactly what happens in your kitchen.
I mean,
or we do it so you don't.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
our MO.
Put that up, somebody.
We do it so you don't.
Yeah.
We need like a headline at the bottom of our video.
I know. I'll do that next week. Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, so protein powder, I feel like there's a lot about added, like what the ingredients are in that.
Yeah, and that's definitely.
Okay.
So this is a whey protein isolate, which I encourage if you are consuming cow's milk.
What's an isolate?
So whey protein isolate, it's like its most concentrated form of protein, which means it's most readily absorbed. It's going to circulate our body for 24 hours, and this is going to be the quickest absorbed to our muscles and build protein or build muscle mass and weight gain.
How do you know if it's an isolate? Oh, it says literally.
So it's in our ingredients. Now, there is soy lecithin, which is an emulsifier, which is pretty much just to keep it the way it is.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. If you're concerned about soy, don't worry about soy lecithin. It is just an emulsifier. ProCell, similar content, 25 calories per packet, 5 grams. So this one's 6, this is 5 grams of protein. I believe this one is also a whey protein concentrate. So that's the difference between concentrate and isolate. This is like the most, it's going to absorb quicker into our body.
Okay.
Concentrate is just kind of like not the real thing, more or less.
Feels like we shouldn't be using that.
Yeah, so we won't use that one today. Juven, this is one if you are struggling with wound healing.
Okay.
So it contains collagen, which is good for skin elasticity and wound healing. So this contains like all of our amino acids, glutamine, arginine. It also has hydrolyzed beef collagen. I know a lot of people now are supplementing with collagen.
Yeah.
It's becoming this very popular.
Is it for like an aging thing?
It's for skin.
Okay.
And it's for skin elasticity. So if you have a lot of issues with like, you want your muscles to look more toned or you want to prevent cellulite, these are those marketing terms. But collagen is really good for skin.
Yeah. Wait, so can you get the collagen with the isolate?
No. So this is strictly just collagen.
Okay.
There is no whey protein isolate in this.
Gotcha. So
and
this is not protein then?
This is protein.
But this is just a collagen
A different
protein.
form of protein,
Gotcha.
yes.
Okay.
So again, this Juven, I'm not going to add this to ours. It's more towards our wound population. If you have an unhealing wound or maybe you just got out of surgery, these are good options.
I mean, can this chick get any smarter? I'm like, I had no idea.
I can. And I need to. I need to keep doing.
The more you know.
You learn.
Yeah,
you learn.
You learn.
Okay, Unjury. This is also, it's a medical quality protein. This is something you would see in your hospital if you're admitted. These are typically Juven too. These are ones you'll see in the hospital. This contains whey protein isolate as well, but it has a lot of other ingredients. So like fructose, cocoa, natural and artificial flavor because it's chocolate. So you see the flavors are going to add some additional ingredients.
And is this just like vanilla or is this just
unflavored? Yeah. So the unflavored I kind of prefer because
I mean, you got peanut butter.
Yeah, you're adding your own ingredients
and banana.
You can add more of whatever you want and maybe even add your own cocoa powder or whatever, but
or chocolate syrup.
Yeah, sure. But some of these mix better with like a thin ingredient like water or juice or but usually each protein powder will have ingredients on the back, or not ingredients, directions, like mix in 8 ounces of water.
Is this considered one serving?
Yes.
Okay, so that's nice to know too.
Yeah, but like these ones are just samples, so we would have to add 3 of these to get 18 grams of protein for each of those. Now this one is 110 calories, 21 grams of protein. So this is definitely one serving. You can add this whole thing in. This is a little different. So you can see like
80 calories.
It's 80 calories, but then it's different. It's like 2.5 grams of protein that's coming from collagen, but then there's the 7 grams of amino acids, which is also a form of protein that breaks, it's the building blocks to protein.
Can we use this today? I'm very intrigued to like try something that's not flavored.
Okay.
And see what collagen tastes like.
Okay. Sure, let's do it.
Okay.
All right, so we have our 3/4 cup of almond milk.
Okay. This Vitamix.
Just seeing if we have any questions. No questions,
No.
we're good.
Yep.
If you do have any questions,
Pop them up in the chat. We got our laptop live to
yeah,
answer them. Okay, and then am I doing this?
you can add that.
Okay.
And we're gonna add that whole packet.
Yep.
So we're getting that skin elasticity.
I know, I'm like, let's go, girl. Woohoo! I'm approaching 40.
Our skin will be glowing next week.
It'll be glowing by this afternoon. Look at this. Look
know,
at the
that's a lot.
glow. Okay.
All right, 2 bananas, and you can kind of just break those in pieces.
All right.
We're gonna use a little bit of ice.
And so would you always recommend to like an organic peanut butter?
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yes. So peanut butter, lots of marketing with peanut butter.
Oh.
Natural peanut butter. Natural is a marketing term. It means nothing. Literally means nothing.
True.
Organic, certified organic, USDA, organic, that is a meaningful term. It's actually reviewed by the USDA. Now, when you are looking for peanut butter, you actually do want to find the peanut butter that has that oil at the top.
But you have a good trick.
Yeah. Go ahead, tell them.
And like once you mix it up, after you initially open it, mix it up, you turn it, make sure the lid's tight.
Yep.
Turn it upside down and it opens beautifully.
Yep.
You're not redoing that. And you showed me that, I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah,
I
it's a
would,
game
like,
changer.
hesitate to use it. Wait, I have something to tell you.
Yeah.
So we're very big chickpea fans around here. If you haven't joined us for those past recipe, the chickpea cookie dough.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm not one to like be like, this tastes great, and it doesn't. Chickpea cookie dough was amazing. We did something else, the chickpea blondies that were super
Yeah,
good.
those were great too.
So my daughter at school, you can't send them with peanut butter and jelly because of
Okay.
peanut allergies. So I'm like, I'm like out of
Yeah,
like
what
what
the
am I
heck
supposed
do
to
you
give
even
you?
do?
You know,
Nutella.
And exactly. Well, no, I don't think you can do that either.
It's hazelnuts.
Chickpea butter.
They have that already pre-mixed?
Yes.
Really?
It is so good. Because I was like, this is gonna, like, my husband was like, I'm not trying that. Like, he's like, you're ridiculous. I'm like, well, I need some variety for lunches. It is so good. Now,
That's
granted,
awesome.
I got it at Whole Foods because, I knew they were gonna have it. Because my friend told me about sunflower seed butter.
Okay.
And then I saw chickpea and I was like, I'm gonna try chickpea because chickpea has been doing so well for
Yeah,
us.
that's
and just blending
great.
into recipes. So just a heads up, if you have a peanut allergy or, a kid, a grandkid, a niece, nephew, friend's kid, whatever, it's a great alternative. It's also just good.
Yeah.
So give it a try, and you're getting some great protein from
That's great
chickpea
to
butter.
know.
So
Awesome.
there you go.
Thank
That's
you
my
for
tidbit
that,
for the day.
'cause I didn't know that. We're learning.
It's expensive, so use
Is it?
sparsely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, of course it is. What isn't expensive nowadays?
This is
So,
true. Peanut butter's crazy even.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
Thank you.
I love that because I do think peanut butter allergies, I mean, that didn't exist.
No, not at all. I don't know.
At least when I was a kid, that's all we had was peanut butter and jelly.
That's all we ate. Like that's all I took to
Yeah,
lunch.
I know.
And it was like considered like so like poor, like where I went, and now it's like bougie. I'm like, she has chickpea butter,
Right.
On,
Sunflower
like,
seed butter.
ridiculously expensive bread.
Right.
You know,
Oh
so
my God.
like,
Yeah,
ugh.
no.
But anyways, if you do have a peanut allergy, you could also use chickpea sunflower seed butter.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
just
There's
something to keep-
alternatives.
There's alternatives
for all
to
of those
this.
allergies out there.
And it tastes like something.
Yeah, I love that. Well, because of that oil on top, that means that it's strictly peanuts.
Yeah.
And that's what you want peanut butter to be. You want chickpea butter to be chickpeas.
Right.
It should blend up to be the creamy consistency that you want. This one is salted, so it does contain salt. Now, if you prefer that, we were talking about it in a last, class, where we do add a little bit of salt to our peanut butter. I usually get the unsalted kind and then add salt. So it's...
You just feel better. It's just how you play in your brain.
Meanwhile, I'm probably adding more salt than whatever is in the container to begin with.
I bet it tastes good. Whatever.
It's good.
I put salt on my cottage cheese. So you're
See?
fine.
So yeah, only ingredient should be peanuts, unless you do want the salt. But if you see an ingredient called hydrogenated oil, that's actually trans fat. So that's what we really want to eliminate when we get things like peanut butter, that solid fat at room temperature. That's considered trans fat, saturated fats that we do want to limit. All right.
Okay, we got 2 comments.
Great.
Great info on the milk products and sugar. Thank you, Ange. And Justin's also has organic almond butter.
Yes,
So-
Justin's brand. He's also pretty expensive, that
know.
Justin.
I was like, who's Justin? I never heard of him. But thank you for that. Please.
Yeah, I love that.
Have some comments, questions. We'd love to hear back from you. All right, are we ready for this bad boy?
We're ready.
All right, you're doing this.
Okay.
I don't even think I've ever turned that thing on.
Okay. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's not on, so great. There's a little bit of peanut butter on the side, but are we good?
We're good.
Okay.
We just got another comment too. Thanks for the, it's for me. Thanks for the suggestion because her somebody's granddaughter has a severe peanut allergy. So
there we go.
Yeah, of course. Love to bring that too. Wait, did we need to add ice?
Yep.
Dump it back in. Because that's gonna be like, I don't know. I can't.
You know, my sous chef, she's here for a reason. I'm telling you, don't ever. The one day I was here by myself.
Oh, I felt
Don't
bad.
ever do that to me
I know it was bad. Well, yeah.
I know.
Wait,
but
I gotta put ice. Can you take that off?
oh, I'm sorry. I was just gonna be like, can you bring it over here? No.
Tell me, is this enough or is that too much?
So it's 1 to 1.5 cups of ice.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
It'll just.
we're not measuring.
The ice is actually a good addition because it makes it frothy. It's
Oh,
good.
yeah.
It's cold. It's creamy.
I can't drink a smoothie without ice.
Yeah.
Unless it's frozen fruit. Then I can
That's
do
a good
it.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I have to say that blended ice,
I still hear some in there.
like a boss.
I mean, okay, yeah, this thing
I mean,
may be worth the $400.
for your smoothie, it takes 5 seconds.
Right.
Ah.
What's cool about these peanut butter and banana smoothies, it's like a dessert, too.
Yeah,
And
it
then
is.
you add a protein powder, you're making it more nutrient dense, you're getting that protein that I know a lot of us may lack. Cheers.
Salud. That is lovely.
Perfect. What's nice about adding bananas, if you make any smoothie, spinach smoothie, which is intimidating sometimes, add a banana to it, it takes over the taste. Peanut butter,
Yeah. It kind of helps to just like level out the taste,
Yeah.
especially with spinach. Because spinach can be a little bit bitterish.
you know what would be good addition too is like flax seeds, chia seeds. Again, you can bulk up a smoothie, but
I
then
love when you talk about flax seeds and chia seeds. You always talk about like the time you overdid it.
Oh yeah.
Don't overdo it. You
Don't
could end up on
overdo
the
it.
potty for a little too long.
and that's what I did it with
I
a
just
smoothie.
said potty, yeah. Another comment, I use a plant-based protein powder or hemp powder. I'm a vegetarian. Before my mastectomy, my plastic surgeon had me make whey protein smoothies for healing. And that's a great comment, thank you. You wanna talk a little bit about that?
I do, because we didn't mention the plant-based proteins.
Thank you.
Now, yeah, so thank you for bringing
Yeah.
that to our attention, because whey protein is a milk-based protein. So if for some reason you're eliminating dairy or you have a milk protein allergy, that's a real thing. So some people are lactose intolerant, but they can handle whey protein because it's a cow's based protein. Now, if again you're trying to eliminate that, we encourage whey protein isolate again for that quick healing, that absorption, the building of the amino acids in the protein. But a plant-based protein is just as good, and it's going to give you again the protein that you may be lacking. So a pea-based protein, a hemp seed protein, there's a brown rice protein, and then there's also soy protein, which for my breast cancer population, we try to tell them to limit or avoid soy protein powder because it's in its most concentrated form, and it can affect some of your hormone therapy or that estrogen. So that's something we say to avoid with the breast cancer population. So if you're looking for an alternative, the ones we mentioned earlier would be a good choice.
Okay, great. This is so good.
This is good.
Yeah, and I don't feel like you get that. I mean, I know we didn't use like protein powder. You don't have that, that taste that you can get with
Do
protein
you taste
powder.
the collagen?
I would have no idea.
Yeah.
Not at all. I mean, the only thing I recognize is there's no chocolate, so that would make me think that there's no protein powder in it because there's not a chocolate protein.
Right.
But
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah,
But it
no.
tastes wonderful.
So if you think about that,
What's our calorie count on this then?
So it's 280, and where did that the Unjury was, or the Juven was what, 80 calories, 70
Yes,
calories?
80 calories.
Okay.
So 280 plus 80.
I'm like, get the calculator out.
260. I mean 360.
360.
Sorry, 360.
360 calories, and then if
She can't be good at everything, come on. Yeah, that's right.
Math is definitely not it. All right, so about 10 grams of protein with just what we made, and then the added, I think it's 7, 8, 9, 14, 15, 16 and a half grams of protein.
It's a lot of protein.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're getting over 25 grams of protein for a smoothie. Now, we still have, a whole other cup.
Yeah.
Here.
Oh, yeah, because, these are obviously smaller cups.
Yeah.
I chug mine.
Yeah.
You know.
Now, if you have trouble with portions, or you're feeling full or bloated, and you're, not able to consume large portions at one time, I always say do small servings like this and do them more frequently, so that you prevent that fullness, that early satiety, but you're still getting all your nutrition in by the end of the day.
Great comment. So I use frozen fruits like apples instead of ice. I put chia seeds. Is it chia seeds?
Yep.
Chia seeds in a container with water overnight. So it turns it into a nice soft pudding.
Yeah, we did
In the
that.
morning, we did that, so that's great. And also got another comment, frozen cherries are amazing. That's great, because I think of like berries. I just think like strawberries.
I never thought to do cherries.
I never thought of cherries or apples.
No, that's true.
And that's like those are two great flavors.
Guys, thank you.
Thank
I love
you. This
the
is
comments.
amazing.
Yeah.
Seriously.
The cherries, man. I told you before, my favorite ice cream is black cherry ice cream.
I love cherries. They're annoying to eat, but they're
They're
good.
so good.
Yeah, they're really good.
In a smoothie, that'd be great.
So, Ange, next week I'm excited for next week's recipe. It's an arugula pasta salad.
Oh, yeah.
So I feel like, we're right in that fall season before it turns into Pittsburgh winter. So we are excited to bring that to you. So that'll be next week. A couple things. We are working on our November and December recipe calendar. We are thinking, but correct us if we're wrong, we're talking about doing some different side dishes and desserts for the holidays. We obviously know you all know how to, well, hopefully, you probably know how to cook a turkey. We obviously can't do that in the 20, 30 minutes that we're with you. But if that sounds appealing, and if there's something specific that you're really looking for, or maybe even a holiday breakfast recipe, just put it in the chat. And also, Ange's email, I'm going to throw it up here onto the screen. This is her email address. We send out a weekly email just with our link to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and then just a brief website to go to fill out a survey, just to let us know some feedback. We'd love to hear from you, and how we can better serve you and what you're looking for. So please feel free to do that. Send Ange an email, and we'll make sure you get on that list.
Yep.
You can always unsubscribe if it ever becomes annoying, but honestly, we send one email a week, and they're pretty brief. That is the point. But thank you so much for joining us. This has been so helpful. I know these things seem like, a peanut butter smoothie, but there was a lot to learn here. This was
lots
like
of education.
This was a big, juicy bite, to pun intended, for this.
And use that email to send me some feedback. If you prefer to send it directly. And we have 98 subscribers to our channel. We want to get to 100.
Yeah.
So if you haven't subscribed, definitely do so. Leave comments, like our videos. That helps all of it.
Yeah, and just make sure to refer back to this. This is great.
Yeah.
Our library is free for you to use.
Yes.
So, all right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Have a great rest of your week, and we will see you next week.